garbage we take, we fill the garbage in us, and there is no one to question that garbage in us. We start living our rest of the life, you see, with this garbage inside of us. And then we see why life is hell, why life is suffering. Because you don't question the rubbish inside of you that you hold as you. You are not the rubbish inside of your mind. You are not the mind actually. We have to come to this understanding that whatever the mind that throws or gives us, you see, that it's not real. You see, that based on what I take as real becomes real for me. If I don't take anything as real from the mind, can it affect me? That is the question that I'm asking you right now. Every question that you have, you see, every conclusion you have, why they are attacking you each and every day, or you are stuck, is because you are paying so much attention to them. You don't reject everything that the mind throws at you. Everything that the mind tells you, you believe the mind. Why you believe your mind? Why? Just because you are told that you are the mind, you see, that it is your mind, it is you. See, it's a very mechanical process that we grow up, you see. We grow up mechanically, you see. We just take everything. Can you see that? This mind you hold as me, as you, it's not you actually. That is exactly what created the problem, you see that. As we grow up as a child, you see, that as I am growing up. I don't know what is there, you see, that now I'm ready to experience the world, you see. I'm a 1 year old, you see, and now I see everyone out there in the world. And now my parents tells me that, hello brother, hello, and let's say I can say Shishi, okay. My name is Shishi. My parents tells me that your name is Shishi, you see. They call me Shishi baby. Now this is my name, Shishi. So without me knowing that, without my choice, I have been given my own name, you see that. Of course, as a child, how can you have your own name by your own self? That is not a problem. But now as I start to grow up, all the bullshit will start to get into me, you see, that all my name, what I'm going to do, all the desires, you see, I get from people. The comparison mode comes into me, the validation mode, the desire to compare myself, the desire. Today is the first satsang of my time, and this is going to be a very dangerous satsang, you see, that usually satsang that you see, it is about sitting people and someone is there to listen actually, you see that. And it's a guru game, you see that. But this time it's not a guru game, it's a direct attack, and there is no modification of words. So that's what I want to point out in the first place, that I do not want to modify, you see, that my personality or my character towards the truth. I want to keep it as it is. I'm just too lazy to very modify my words and then say them in a very nice way. So that's why this satsang, or the satsang of this person, of the speaker, can be different from the satsang of other people. And usually people write me emails, you see that. They write me emails. What I did, I just wrote their questions on this piece of paper, so it can be easy for me to read it out and then answer it according to the question. So here we have the Russian. I don't know what kind of name is it, but it's just a name. In terms of the what country you see, if it's Asian or a Western Russian, I don't know. It's R-A-S-H-I-N, Russian. And the question is, what is your core message? You see, what is your core message? Anyone who watches me, you see that the person will come to one place every time. What this person is talking about? What is the core message of this person? See, first of all, there is no core message. There is no one message at all. There is no message at all. My talking is the end of all messages. I don't talk to give message, you see that. So if you are trying to get something out of me, you cannot get, because I'm not talking to give you something, you see that. Because giving has created the problem, you see that. If we read books, we watch people, we see people, and we learn something, all the time we are in the receiving mode. Nobody is there to question that. So my work is to question and destroy. I'm not here to give you anything, see. But in any way, the core message is nothing but what you should give importance to is attention. So there is so much power and influence of attention on human consciousness. If you see that, is where is my attention? Can you see that? Where am I right now? Look at it. Where am I? You see, where I see the tree, I see this, I look at there. So you see, where is my attention? When I give attention to something, that thing exists for me. You see that? There are people for me if I don't look at them. Can you see that? If you don't look at people, are they here? See? So if you don't look, you see, it's a. If you listen, that's a thing. You listen. So without the senses, without giving attention to something, yes, the attention of your eyes, the attention of your ears, you see that, the attention of, you see, of smelling something. So everything is a game of attention. You see. So there's a thing that why a person becomes a criminal, because if he is in the environment and influenced from 5 of his people, you see, around him, so he becomes 6th of them, whatever that is. It's like, you see, you are never born bad. So if you are around people who are doing bad things, for example, in the society, you see, a criminal, so you become one of them. If you don't have a drinking habit, you see that, and you have 5 people who are drinking, you become one of them. So it's a very simple reality of life, is that you see what I see out there. Can you see that my attention is what is everything actually? You see that? This is the power of attention, is where you are giving this attention to. Can you see this whole world is actually based on this attention economy? Can you see the social media? You see the wood, Hollywood, you see that, and the movies industry and entertainment industry, why they have more money. You see the gaming industry. Can you see this whole, you observe the society, everybody is in the want of your attention. Can you see that? You see. So attention is everything. Where you are paying attention, where you are looking right now, where are you right now? You see, some people say that I am lost actually. Can you see that? I am lost. You see. So when you say I am lost, you are not really lost. Your attention is lost. You see that? And where it is lost is depend on what you hold here. So if I think that there is something else other than this moment of this right now. So where you are lost is dependent on where your attention is actually and what you hold here. You see that when you say that I am lost, first of all, you are not really lost. You see that you have words, and based on what meanings you have behind those words, that's where you are lost. You see, if you say I am depressed, you see, so the meaning of depression that we get from Google, someone who is sad or someone who is quite not in the right mood, you see that. So you are lost in that world. But if you bring your attention to here, and that is where we have the control, that's why I say that it is not the work of argument. You cannot just argue and win from people, but then to point out, you have to still argue and tell the truth to the people that the attention is the power. Where is your attention? You see that. And that's what the Buddha did. That's what the old people did, that they just gave attention to this, you see, breathing, either breathing or just this movement, you see. You can access this to pay attention to literally nothing only but this moment, you see, just here, right here. You can be here, no problem. And that is the power of attention. That's why you are lost, because your whole attention is busy in this so-called world actually. Can you see this nonsense? Your attention that you have is busy in this world around you. What my people are doing, what my friends are doing, what my relatives are doing, what my old people, you see, according to the old people, what is life is, what they are doing, what they did actually. So you are always in this world, you see. You are so busy with the damn world, and that's why you are lost. That's why I say, when you sit with yourself, you see that, you see where I am right now. You see, you are never really lost. What is lost is your attention actually. So you have the power to bring that back into this moment, and that's where the energy will flow. You see that the energy is a very powerful thing of life. You see, it's a very powerful force of life. But because we get attached to some random thoughts, you see, we pay attention to random thoughts too much, and we make connection to them and we become them, and that's why our energy is lost. You see, we cannot use our energy into something meaningful. You see, we cannot use it. So that is the power of attention or human consciousness. It's like based on what I see here. You see where I am right now. This is the best thing you can do, is like suddenly ask yourself where I am right now. You see, now where I am, that I am is nothing really. You see, we think like I am is me. The attention is there, and attention is not any word at all, even though I'm giving it a name, attention, but we cannot even call that attention. Why? Because when we call that attention, then we have again the control. It's like I can control what I can see. No, you cannot control what you can see, but you can control where you are looking actually. What you can see cannot be controlled, but where I'm looking, can you see that? Where I'm looking, see, the outside world or reality, I cannot control. You cannot control that, but where you are looking, can you see that? See, and how much power you have inside in terms of rejection. How much can you reject everything around you? Because if you cannot reject, you see, people's ideas, knowledge of society, then you become the knowledge. And when you become the knowledge, you are limited. You see, the knowledge is always limited, and you are bound to suffer in the knowledge. You see that. So there is such a thing called depression or sadness or feeling lost. There is no such thing, you see, in this world. In this life actually, the world is full of all this nonsense. You see, it's not our business to solve the world, but where is your attention? Can you see that? That's very important thing, where your attention is. So you are never lost at all based on the words you have inside your mind. You see, in this container, I call the mind container because it is in the accumulated in the possession of the knowledge. You see that. So based on what you hold here, that's where your attention is. So every time the conversation with people you had in the past is repeating always. Every time everything you experienced is repeating in your mind. You see that. So if your attention is lost in the mind, it is not here in this moment, or into something meaningful. You see, that's why they say like, where are you right now? Why we don't bother ourselves to ask this question, where are we right now? You see, where I am right now. Can you see? Can you just know the nature of this mind? How it make you, you see, run and run and run and run and run and make you just tired and exhausted. You see, otherwise life itself is something that is beyond our understanding. We cannot understand because the demand to understand this life is what creates the problem. You see, it was created the problem because I cannot put this life into any meaning at all. The moment you put this existence into any meaning, you see, then you're gonna take that meaning in a so pressure way, you see, in a burden way, like this is the meaning of life. You see, no. What are you giving importance to? You see that the meaning of life is right now. You cannot just create a meaning of life out of words and live in the words. No, you cannot do that. So that is the power of attention, is where are you right now? Can you see where am I? You see, where am I? You see, where is my attention? You see? So that is the reason why sometimes we are lost, sometimes we are where we are suffering in the randomness of the mind. And once you have a state where it doesn't have any, you see, attachment to the mind, and when you see that state, that where it is, you see, that state doesn't have any attachment to the mind. So it is independent. Right now, every state you have of the mind, it is dependent on it. You see, so when you have independent state where it is unconditional, it doesn't have any condition. You see that right now every condition you have of, you see, that you feel. It is a conditional, you see, that what I'm feeling right now is based on what is my reality. Can you see that what I'm experiencing in my physical world or what I'm going through in my mind, you see that. So that's why we suffer. And who is there to suffer? It's not that anyone, but where is our attention? Attention never suffers, but because we claim the attention as what we are, that's why we suffer into the attention. But when you see that attention can go here to there, you don't control it, but then you ask where it is right now, you see that. You don't try to answer it, you see, where is it right now? From that present state, from the present moment, you can put that attention into something meaningful, or you can just do nothing, just rest. You see that it is better to rest, or you see, do nothing, than to do just meaningless things and get tired and just get exhausted. You see that. That's how most people, you see, they act like they are productive because they are so scared to do nothing or relax, just because they see people are busy, so let them be busy, you see. And the next question which I'm supposed to read is what should be my relationship with this world? Rajani, you see, Rajani, I think it's my relationship with this world. Now, first of all, who is asking this question? What should be my relationship with this world? Who is that person seeking a relationship with this world? Why is that we are wanting or in the need to know that how I'm supposed to be with this world? You see, that's a good question, but the first thing is that first we don't ask this question at all. You see, whatever we see, you see, we don't make any distance at all in the first place. So we just naturally, you see, we are drawn to the world, and there is no question of relationship, you see, first of all. But the second, when you ask this question, who is there to ask this question? Because that person is again somehow trying to create a relationship, you see, and then on that basis of relationship you want to live your life. So I will say that there is no need to know or create any relationship with this world. Let it be the way it is. Don't bother about the world. Why do you want to have any meaning of relationship? You see, how I'm supposed to be with this world. Whatever way you are, just let yourself be. You don't have to bother. You see, these all questions are the problems. Can you see that? Because right now you think like maybe my relationship is not good with the world, or I want to make it right, or how I'm supposed to behave with this world. See, who is there who is constantly in the seeking that how I'm supposed to be with this world? You see, you should be whatever you are. You don't have to touch whatever you are right now, because what is right now, anytime if I want to change this or fix this, you see, then I'm creating more problem. You see, I don't want you to fix that. I want you to question the one who is seeking how to be in a relationship with this world. You see that, because we are trying to seek actually. And if you go and read some books, they say like detach yourself, you see, and don't take this world seriously. You can do that, but the thing is you have to be aware. You see, when we are aware enough to see what is this question, you see, we don't have to have any answer for the questions. Life is not something you understand and then live. Life is something that you live through the present moment, and whatever, when there is a present, when you are in the present, you see, there is a wisdom in there, present there, you see, and that's exactly how then you will live. You see, right now, if I try to understand how I'm supposed to be with this world, I cannot, because there is no need to understand. Why do I want to understand how I'm supposed to keep my relationship with this world? Because when I try to understand, then I'm trying to create something, you see, that it's gonna mess up with everything. You see, I don't need to create. You see, the creation has given the more problems. You see, the creation is what is giving the problems out there. You see, we are trying to constantly, you see, create meanings or understanding with this world always. You see that, and question it like, how, what is this going on? You see, when you question, who is asking this question? You see, because I say pay more attention to the internal world more than the external one. You see, we are trying to solve the external things. How should be my relationship? I say, who is asking how should be my relationship? Who is there to ask this question? How should be my relationship? Who is there? Can you see this question? Who is there? It is the mind itself actually, but the mind is always in the bothering mode. It is always disturbed. It cannot be fulfilled. I'm telling you this. It cannot find any perfection in this reality or with the relationship with this world. So it's the mind that is constantly seeking how I'm supposed to be. Why do you want to take such a burden or stress? You see, how I'm supposed to be with this world. Whatever you are, be that way. But then be aware. Awareness is more important. See, the words that we use cannot be given too much importance. We cannot give importance to every word because they are just pointers to the truth. When we see what is going on, that's where we have to pay attention. What is going on? Can you see that? So be aware of your internal world. You see, don't try to solve external world. That's the thing. Yes. The next one, confusion of the mind, how to deal. Now, the question is, Jackin. See, what is confusion? What is confusion? See, I don't seem to understand this. Why is that we are giving so much importance to the knowledge in our head, you see? Because confusion is what? That's why I say that the more you ignore this mind, you see, the more you ignore simply means like you don't no longer live through mind actually. If you need thoughts, if you need clarity to live, you cannot. There is no such a thing as I find clarity then I start living. So now you want to solve this confusion, then you want to start living. That's not how this is actually, because the thinking is the problem. Can you see that? The thinking, the demand that I want clarity, then only I can live. Actually, this is what creating the problem. Why do you want to know how to live? Just live as it is. Why do you need so much thinking, you see, or so much clarity to exist actually? Why is that we are constantly, you see, in the confusion or trying to solve the confusion? See, the more we let the energy to flow with life as it is, the more we live, you see. Energy doesn't need any clarity from the mind to flow actually. But still we, you see, always somehow disturb the flow of this energy of life by thoughts, see, by thinking too much, by the knowledge, you see, that we have. Why do you bother? You see, instead of using knowledge as a tool, you see, that what I am, you see, how I'm supposed to talk to according to this person, you see, it's okay when you are living in this society or world, but then you don't have to constantly, you see, seek clarity or understanding. You see, why is that we are so much always going after clarity, after order? Why is that we are running? You have to let go this seeking clarity and order and understanding, because this is the reason what has caused so much suffering and bullshit. You see that? So this energy of life doesn't need to just exist, to just live. There is no need of clarity. You see that? I mean, there is a state where you see, like, I don't need clarity. I'm just present with this existence, and I'm doing whatever that is required to do. You see that? Whatever that is needs, that is in the need to be done. You see that? So why is that we are living from a very confused state? Why? Can you question that? Why are you living from this confusion state? Drop this confusion. You see, the confusion is all the nonsense, nothing. Because the more you solve it, the more, you see, deeper it gets. You don't have to solve it. If you just observe it, you see, it loses its power. You see, confusion is only there when you care, you see, that about the world, you see, what world values. The more you block this world, the more you pay attention to the truth of life, like what is this energy wants, you see, the more you will see things as simple. Right now, you have created this life so complicated, you see, that all the time you are just thinking like, I have to think to live, I have to make everything perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. Why is that? We are in the constant need to make everything perfect. We don't have to make everything perfect. You see, the more we try to understand everything, the more we are putting ourselves in the burden. And they say like, the more you say I don't know, the more you are free actually. So the more we live from the moment to moment, you see, from this moment means whatever I find. For example, I wake up in the morning, I say, let me make coffee. You see, like why we are not direct, like why we are not in the direct experience with life. You see, where thoughts have minimum role. Right now, we have given so much importance to our mind, to our logic, to our understanding, that it is not letting us to live actually. Can you see that? There is energy of life first, then there is mind actually. Mind is a tool, but we don't understand we have become the mind. Can you see that? We are constantly living through the mind. You see, we are the mind itself, and that is responsible for all the misery. You see that? Attention, this energy of life that you see, based on where my attention is, that's where the attention energy flows. You see that if I'm so much in my confusion, you see, I'm not letting it go, I'm so much in it. If you see that, then my energy is exhausted there, because I'm too much paying attention to this randomness of the mind or confusion. To just live, I don't need too much thinking. You see, this energy of life is enough to just live as it is. Why is that? We are constantly, you see, bothering ourselves, you see, with thinking too much, with seeking answers, seeking all these answers, questions that you hold. You see, just a noise of the mind, nothing but a noise of the mind. You see that? Because what is there to understand? Is there anything to understand in the first place? I mean, as it is, the reality is there to experience as it is. You see that? See, the more you try to understand everything, you see, the more you see that there is nothing to understand. The questioner dies there. There is nothing to understand in the first place. What is there to understand if you see this reality as it is? You see, when you drop the confusion and the knowledge, you see, you use the knowledge when it is required. You no longer solve it, because we are giving more attention to knowledge, to the inner self, or the noise, you see, randomness of the mind, than the life energy itself. I mean, why do you just care too much? Just let yourself the way you are. There is nothing to touch. Why is that we are constantly bothering ourselves, you see, trying to fix everything, trying to make ourselves perfect, or seeking some peaceful state, or trying to be happy. See, this is all just concepts of the mind. All are the concepts of the mind. You see that? The problem. See, I don't think there is any problem in this physical world. You see, you do not have problems all the time. Every time that you see that you have problems because of the mind creation. See, the mind is the creator of the problem. It is more of a problem than a solution to us. If you see that, it is creating more problems each and every day. Right now, let's say I'm sitting here, and then I see this tree is getting older, I want to cut the tree. Can you see that? That's how bullshit desire I get into it. So this is the mind that is creating the problem, because we have created all this nonsense for ourselves, like I am the I am the ego, I am the mind, and then I can have desires, I can have wants. So then based on what I see in the physical reality, you see, where my attention goes, you see, I see that five people have this such a thing called this beautiful thing. You see, I don't have it. So I create a desire inside that this five people have, I don't have. So this feeling of desperation, why I don't have it, so I get in this begging mode, I want to have it too. You see that? So that's why you keep running entire your life fulfilling the mind. The mind cannot be fulfilled. The problem is that you have identified yourself as the mind, as this ego. But when you see that you are literally nothing, you are a free person, there is no problem left there actually. What is there? Even if there are problems or physical problems, you will solve them being present with them or naturally, you see that. Otherwise, there is no problem to be solved. What is there? There is nothing there left. What is there? Is there any problem at all? Every problem you have, you see, every question you have, everything coming from the mind, everything from A to Z. Don't tell me that no, it is from the reality. I don't care about the reality. Even the reality itself that you experience is just based on the perception of the mind, and the perception of the mind is influenced from the knowledge that you hold actually. What is there that is telling me that the sky is blue or this is grass? What is there is telling me that this is a tree actually? The knowledge actually. Otherwise, without the knowledge, can I call the tree actually? You see that? So everything you have in you, everything is the problem. Can you see that? If you see everything as the problem and meaningless, you let everything go, you drop the knowledge on the ground, and what you are left with is just the experience of life and reality of life as it is. Can you see that? And from there you live how you want to live. There is no problem. But someone, you see, has to speak the truth and let the people know that there is a reality of life where the knowledge is not needed actually. Can you see that? Everything is new. Every day is new actually. We are living so mechanically each and every day. We wake up, we do same things, living, you see, go to job, come home, eat, and then every routine is some mechanical actually. Can you see that? I don't want you to see everything as new. There is no desire. If you see, like, I want to make every day new day, you don't want to make it, because that's creation. That wanting is the problem really. Why is that I want to create every day new day? You see, I don't tell you anything. I say the destruction of the mind. When the mind is no longer there, the death of me, the death of ego, psychologically, you see that what is left there is something beyond understanding. So that is what we are supposed to give importance actually. Something that cannot be named, or cannot be expressed, cannot be actually talked about, can only be pointed out. So that is what I am talking about. So what is there? Can you see that? What is that? What is problem right now? Can you see any problem do you have? No problem do you have, other than the nonsense going on in your head. All the nonsense and the bullshit is the mind actually. I'm sorry, that's how I call it. What is there actually? Is there anything? Can you see anything is here? What is here? Like, it is what it is. See, there is no one to tell me other than my own mind actually. You see that? I no longer bother. You see, that is the freedom and the fearlessness that you see inside. Like, I'm the free person. You see, I'm already free. The problem is the knowledge, the seekers. You see, the questions that I bother myself with all the time. I'm asking these questions. You see that I'm not free from my questions. I'm not free from my answers. I'm not free from my own logics. You see that? It's a logic that I say according to the Google. The logic means the reality is something that is a logical thing. It's stupid. It's all created, given names and labeled, you see, with this reality. But this reality, what is there? Can you see that? Can you see every question, everything you ever think about is thinking. What is there left when you don't think? What is there if you are not thinking? What is there? It's beyond, you see, it cannot be named. It's a life experience actually. That's beautiful. Can you see that? What is that? Can you see? What is that? I mean, why people are not interested in that shit actually? Why is it people are so much in the confusion state of the mind, or a miserable state of the mind, always suffering in the randomness of it? Reject the whole mind. If you are rejecting the whole mind, what you are left with, I don't know what is there. If I drop the mind right now, let's say this is the mind, this piece of paper is the mind. If I drop it right now, here, what is left there? What I can call myself here, you see that? Nothing I can call. I'm a free person. You can live in that state forever if you want to, like a Buddha, like a Jesus, you see that? You see? But then you can let go, and you can still become the part of illusion, or you can involve yourself with everything. You can just play the game of everything around you. I am saying that you are already free, you see that? There is a freedom in every one of us. And the life itself in us, you see. The mind is the problem. We don't see that. So I had these 3 questions, and so I don't need to touch this right now. You see that this energy, as it is flows, you see that, as it is. But because now there's a thing, like, you see, I am right now sitting, and the people behind me just you see got by, you see, they just went by. And now if my mind, according to the mind, you see that there's a fear involved, you see, people watching me, and now I pay attention that what they think, you see that. So now the fear is there. I don't need to fight. I don't need to be free from this fear, because the moment I try to be free, I cannot be free, you see that. That's the problem that has created actually. The problem is here present. That is because the demand that I want to be free from this problem, you see, it is there as present. But when you are enough to see that I don't need to control this, I don't need to control this fear. You see, the moment I try to control this, I'm giving it more power. You see, if my attention is not on this fear, where the fear is actually, if it is my attention that is controlling, or somehow showing me that I am scared actually. Otherwise, am I scared? I'm not scared at all. Where I'm scared, you see? What is there that is telling me I am scared is what I hold, you see, inside of me. You see, so I don't need to get rid of natural fear. If there is a fear of the wild animal, for example, I know that I'm not supposed to go to you see, python, you see. I know that I stay away from wild animals. I know this, you see. If we know the fear is there, so if I let go this fear, what will happen there? See, I'm not telling you complete annihilation of the mind. You don't need to completely kill the mind. But see that the mind is needed, but at the same time, it is not needed. And that's not what you are. So if we look at this mind as a tool, instead of as we are, instead of as we, then there's the intelligence that will take place there. So now we will use the mind as a tool, and the intelligence is what is there to control the mind. Right now, we are stuck in our own confusion and logic actually. We are not free from it. We are never free from it. You see that we are stuck in our logic and confusion, and we don't see that it's just a knowledge, and there is no one to question and see that what is that actually. The observer is gone, is very down, you see. Once you see the observer, the intelligence in you, what is there, can you see that? What is that? You flow with everything. Do not believe the mind. See, we have not learned this. We don't learn this anywhere. You see that it's a very personal thing. We have to come to this understanding that whatever the mind that throws or gives us, you see that it's not real. You see that based on what I take as real becomes real for me. If I don't take anything as real from the mind, can it affect me? That is the question that I'm asking you right now. Every question that you have, you see, every conclusion you have, why they are attacking you each and every day, or you are stuck, is because you are paying so much attention to them. You don't reject everything that the mind throws at you. Everything that the mind tells you, you believe the mind. Why you believe your mind? Why? Just because you are told that you are the mind, you see, that it is your mind, it is you. See, it's a very mechanical process that we grow up, you see. We grow up mechanically, you see. We just take everything, and then garbage we take, we fill the garbage in us, and there is no one to question that garbage in us. We start living our rest of the life, you see, with this garbage inside of us. And then we see why life is hell, why life is suffering. Because you don't question the rubbish inside of you that you hold as you. You are not the rubbish inside of your mind. You are not the mind actually. Can you see that? This mind you hold as me, as you, it's not you actually. That is exactly what created the problem, you see that. As we grow up as a child, you see that, as I am growing up. I don't know what is there, you see that. Now I'm ready to experience the world, you see. I'm a 1 year old, you see, and now I see everyone out there in the world. And now my parents tells me that, hello brother, hello, and let's say I can say Shishi, okay. My name is Shishi. My parents tells me that your name is Shishi, you see. They call me Shishi baby. Now this is my name, Shishi. So without me knowing that, without my choice, I have been given my own name, you see that. Of course, as a child, how can you have your own name by your own self? That is not a problem. But now, as I start to grow up, all the bullshit will start to get into me, you see that. All my name, what I'm going to do, all the desires, you see, I get from people. The comparison mode comes into me, the validation mode, the desire to compare myself, the desire, you see, the fears inside me, the programming take place in me, you see. And nobody is there as I grow up to question actually, you see. We become people's ideas, we become our parents' ideas. We just do what they do, we never question. And then we suffer, we say why life is suffering. Because of you it is suffering. Why you don't want to question the rubbish inside you? You are supposed to question whatever that you go through, and you don't believe your mind first of all. It starts from not believing your mind. The reason why your energy is not flowing with life, it is as it is, or it is stuck like this, is because this energy that is here, you see that, if I just interfere this energy with thoughts, you see, it cannot flow as it is. We are not free then at all, you see. The reason why we don't find that freedom in this life is because we are so much bothering ourselves as we are the mind. We are not it actually. Everything that the mind tells you, you believe it actually. It's nonsense, you see that. Why you don't believe when the mind tells you that you can be a criminal? If you get this desire that I can be a criminal, you see that. Why? You know that you are not supposed to believe it. Then why do you believe the all nonsense? You see that. See, you get everything. You are not supposed to pay attention. See, everything you ever get, you are not supposed to pay attention to it. Everything you ever get. You see, and then when you live present to present, you start to see what I'm supposed to reject, what I'm supposed to accept, what is real, what I'm supposed to take as something to be used in my physical reality, or what I'm supposed to reject. You see, so when you question that, you are literally nothing that the mind tells you. You are a free person. From that freedom, I don't want to tell you how to live. It's up to you how you want to live. That's not my business. You see that? First of all, we are supposed to see that we are free people. We are free already. The knowledge that has put the burden and the pressure inside, that I am this, I am that. That's why you are never free. You don't want to question the rubbish and the garbage inside of you. I'm sorry for this. I want to put it as it is. Question that bullshit. Who is the one that is always suffering and not happy? You see, let this energy flow as it is. As you wake up in the morning, without thinking too much, go and brush your teeth. Just pay attention to every action that you take, you see, and then you are present with everything. You are not mechanical with your life at all. Right now you are mechanical, you see that. You know everything that you are going to do. This is your routine, like a computer you are living every day, you see that. And now you say why nothing is interesting, because you are thinking too much to live. Why we have to think to live? Why is that we are so much lost, you see, in our heads all the time. Why? I don't know why we don't question the rubbish inside of you. You see that? And wake up from this ego, mind, body, your identity. They are limited. You are not them actually. The more you let yourself be what you are, you see, there is no one there should fix you. You just be what you are. You become unstoppable. You become fearless. You see that? Nothing there to stop you. And from there you can live how you want to live. There is no one to control you. Right now the knowledge is controlling you. Of course the knowledge is needed. You see, something should tell me that I am this is the person. You see, that's not the problem. But at the same time, this is knowledge that is responsible. The instructions that I have been given is responsible for all the, you see, misery in my life. Why I'm miserable, why I'm pathetic, I'm depressed, because I'm told that there is such a thing as depression, or there is such a thing as sadness. Otherwise, happiness, sadness, pain and pleasure, they are all the part of thinking. Otherwise, what is there? I cannot know. I don't know. I'm a free person. All the bullshit is inside of mind. What is there left? What is there? What is here? Can you talk about this moment? You're a free person. What is here? There is nothing left. You see, you're empty and free from everything. Freedom from everything. You see, and everything is new to you. But you cannot call that everything is new to me. What does that mean? You don't have to see everything as new, because the knowledge that you hold cannot completely die. Only the realization can be there. Okay, I'm not the knowledge, I'm not what I hold to be actually. Only that realization is there, only that seeing or watching is there, but then you don't want to touch it anyway. So you let yourself the way you are. You see, you are angry, you are frustrated, you let yourself the way you are. Nothing to change, nothing to touch at all. So that is exactly what, when you remain as what you are, as it is, you see that. Not the mind, not the ego. You don't suffer mentally. I mean, you don't even make sense. I mean, what does that mean to not suffer? I mean, you don't make sense. I know I don't suffer. What does that mean? What is there to say that? There is no one to say I don't suffer. Who is there to say I don't suffer? It is again the bullshit mind. You see that? You see, the more you question, the questioner dies there. So there is no one there to actually tell you. You see, you live in this energy of life. So now there is a state where you no longer need permission or validation from the mind to exist actually. And now you will trust this energy of life more, and you live through it. You see, you just let go. I mean, I cannot teach you that. It's just there as it is. You see that? How I have come to this state, I don't know, but there is a state, there is a thing. I cannot claim that it is my state or it is your state. It is just there naturally. It is our natural state. You see that? But you cannot touch it. You cannot just destroy it by mind. You see that? We have to question everything we ever go through each and every day, you see, because this is exactly how we become the part of illusion, without even questioning anything. You see, without even looking at what I'm thinking, we become thinking. You see, why? Who told you to become it? You see, because no one told you, not your parents, not your teachers. You see, you go to school, people go to school, they get degrees. You see, they become puppet of society. They have a 9-to-5 jobs, they have shitty jobs, they work into places, they don't even like their life. Why? Because they never questioned what kind of life they are creating for themselves. You see that? You don't question what do you want. You see, when you see what I want, what I am seeking in this world, you see, we don't see this, and then we say where I am right now. You see, you are where you wanted to be. It's your own problem actually. You are the problem where you are right now. The problem is you actually. The you is actually not you. The attention that you pay attention to. If I have a torch, you see that I have this black board. I torch it. I on the torch. I pay. This is my name. You see, where is my torch? My torch is on 5 people. Oh, you know, they have a very good job. I want to have a good job because they have it. Without even looking what I really want. I'm influenced from people, from everyone around me. You see that? And that is responsible for all the suffering and misery actually. Before you become anything that the mind tells you, question it, look into it. What is this? What is there that is bothering me? Why am I, you see, becoming the randomness of my mind? I'm not supposed to become. You see, that's why people say they do meditation, because in the meditation, what you do in meditation, you just pay attention to this moment, and that's all. But you don't have to do meditation. Why? You want to do 30 minutes of meditation, and the rest of the time you are lost. See, meditation is the very first stages. Otherwise, the truth is actually there as it is. You see it as it is. You don't need to meditate. You see that? Because the one who is meditating is the meditator is still seeking that I am meditating. The I is still there actually. I am still there to claim that I am meditating. Who is there to say actually? There is no one there in meditation to claim I am meditating. The meditator should dissolve in meditation. No one should be left there to claim I am the meditator. Can you see that? But that's not possible, because the ego can go nowhere. It is always here. So that's why you see, for a moment you can be here, but then when this moment that I say, this moment is born out of the mind, I don't have to attach myself to the movement of this that is created by the mind. Can you see that? My own instrument, this mind, created this moment again, that I should be here always. No, that is not what I'm supposed to give importance to, because the burden, you see, the stress, the pressure I have to take, I have to be in this moment is bullshit. I don't need to take the stress. You let yourself be whatever you are. You don't touch or give yourself any instruction. You are automatically there, naturally there. You see, if you let go all the concepts, all the images, all the knowledge at once, you are there. You just let the energy function as it is. You don't touch the basic nature of what you are. You see, the moment you touch that, you try to change it, you create the problem. You don't need to touch that basic nature. Just let yourself be what you are. Why you are constantly bothering about yourself, what I am, what people are thinking about me? Let them think what you are. You stay and remain as what you are actually. Why is that we are constantly, you see, changing ourselves and fixing ourselves because of society, or because of the structure of the society, that what people value, what society values? You see that? Why we are not in nothingness, in nobodiness? That is the freedom. You see, just exist as what you are. Why you are holding answers? Why is the problem? You see that? Why are you constantly in the need of answers? You see that? Certainty. I want this life to be certain. This is the burden, you see. That is the reason why you suffer. The misery is here actually. All problems are created by the mind, you see. And at the same time, mind can be used for something meaningful. You see that? How I'm talking here with help of the mind, whatever that is told in me. Otherwise, how can I talk to you? But if we give too importance to the mind other than what it is, then we will get destroyed by it actually. And you are not, don't bother that I am it. See, I'm not telling you anything. I don't tell you how to live, how not to live. That's not my choice to tell you. You see that? I don't give you instruction. There is no one there. You see that? The speaker is speaking. How you make sense of it, it's up to you actually. You see? When there is no one left, how can you still claim that is me who is speaking actually? So the experience will be there, but there is no argument that is left actually. Right now you are still in the argument. Who's there speaking? You are still asking questions. So all these questions are actually continuing the noise and garbage. You see, it is always perpetuating the noise or the garbage of the mind. Question. When I say everything that you get through the mind, don't believe it. Let it just die right now. This moment, you die in this moment right now. Let yourself be as you are. What you are left with? What is here? What is here? Can you tell me what is here? What is here? Can you tell me what is here? Nothing is actually, you can say me, only silence, but not. You have the mind to tell you that, no, this moment is this, I am here, this moment. Again, you are claiming it. Why do you want to claim this moment? It is left as new. Again, you say, what is this moment? Again, you are asking questions. You stay in the question, but never answer it. Again, we answer, okay. See, But no, the background noise, it is running always, but you are paying attention to it and then you get lost into it. But in this moment, do you have any problem? Any problem you are left with right now? Any problem? There is no problem. What is there? See, the mind is running in the background. That's not what you are. You see that that's the beauty of awakening, is that once you wake up, everything will become bullshit and meaningless to you. You will not value anything at all then, because the valuing is what has created the problem. What book is saying, what this book is saying, what that person is saying, you have not come to your own basis of conclusion or experience that tells you that this life is as it is. Nobody can tell me what this life is about, because this moment that I have as it is cannot be named, cannot be identified with any word. You see that we constantly identify this, even this moment. We say this moment right now, here I am present. Who are you to be present here? There is no one. The knowledge telling you I am present, again you are creating a problem for yourself. Can you be here without telling yourself? And you are already here. You see that. You just have to pay attention to here, to this right now. You see out there, what is that? The tree, sky is blue, clouds, everything you touch, you feel as new. Not as new, but without any identification or registration. You see, what can tell me that this is a chair? The knowledge actually. But you see, I can live in that freedom, in that nothingness, if I want to, and nothing can bother me. You see that. That is what I am talking about. I'm not telling you how to live. I'm not telling you don't identify. If someone is asking you what is that, you say I don't know. Okay, you don't know, but you do. You know, if someone is telling you what is your name, you say. You cannot just quiet yourself. No, tell the person my name is this. No problem. Name is not a problem. You see, nothing is a problem, but the awareness, you don't aware. You see, you are not aware enough to see the illusion is the problem. You see that. What is here? See, what is here is beyond this knowledge, beyond all myself, beyond you, beyond me, beyond everything. You see that? So we have to come this the real reality of life, where you are not in any dependency. Right now we are dependent. See that we live every day as a mechanical life, boring life. You see, do this, do that. You see, all the time chasing this worldly things, material things. See, there is no problem to chase material things. I'm not against anything at all, but you think that you are going to be happy by earning a lot of money. You are not. Don't go for money. Don't chase material things because you are going to be fulfilled. Most people think that, see, if you want to be miserable, you say I want to chase everything because I want to be miserable, then okay, go and chase anything you want to chase. Whatever you want. You can become a slave of your desires. You can become a beggar to this world. Whatever you want, attach yourself, suffer into everything, but at least be aware of it. I am no longer telling you that don't suffer. Suffering is there. You don't bother about the suffering, but the energy of life is much more bigger than the suffering of life. Can you see that? The suffering of life is much less than the energy of life. The flowing, this energy that is here right now, the way you function, if you let yourself without thoughts as you are powerful. What is there to stop you? And now, if you put this energy into something meaningful, you see, you will see the reward. Mostly we don't put our energy into things. We just do things because people are doing, or we are just doing things out of fear, out of reaction, out of feeling scared or worrying. You see, every time we do not operate from this completeness, from this fearlessness, or from this freedom. We are operating from this you see anxious mode, worries mode. You see, we are just constantly suffering from the suffering mode. So the energy of this existence, this moment, is much more bigger than you right now. You see that. So that is what I am talking about. You are free already, you see that. The questions that comes, the your logic, that is what is comes and make you stuck actually, you see. Otherwise you flow with everything around you. Nothing is there to bother you, nothing is there. It's all the mind that has created the trouble actually, you see that. But at the same time, this mind has helped us, you see. But then the truth is not there, I'm telling you that. How this mind has helped us, you see that this mind has created more problem than solutions ever, you see that. um, because this reality we experience is all mechanical, you see that. I know everything. The knowing is problem, you see that. We never say we don't know. We are getting into conclusions, we are getting into assumptions of life, imagination for no reason, even if they are true. If you don't pay attention to even what is true, you cannot be affected, you cannot get affected anything by anything at all. You are a free person, you see that. Even if the, let's say, even if it is a let's say raining here, right here, you see, it's raining, let's say it's a snowing or raining. If I pay attention to just inside, you see that, it doesn't affect me even though I'm being affected. But I don't have to do this. Why should I just you see, let things affect me intentionally? You don't have to purposefully let like how some people do, you know, yogis, so you don't have to do that intentionally, you see. Don't touch the nature of yourself. Whatever you are, let yourself. You don't have to just suffer for no reason, you see. Don't make suffering purposefully just because you think you are awakened, so you can now say I can suffer. No, it doesn't make sense, you see that. Why we are just always getting into, you see, answers, you see, or conclusions. Here what it is as it is. This moment, you see that. What I am told, that is the problem. The told, you see, the tolding that I hold, the tolding, the knowledge is what creating the trouble. Is there any trouble right now? So there should be someone there other than the mind itself, and that can be only awareness that should see the mind and reject the thoughts. They come and go. So the awareness is very important, because when you are aware enough to see that what is going on inside of me, now that going cannot affect you anymore. Right now, every happening of the mind, everything goes on in you, you are being affected because you value so much the randomness of the mind, you see that. And you become random with life, accidental with everything. Accidentally you live throughout your life, accidentally. All desires you have, they are accidental, you see. You do not have any meaningful desire. What is even a meaningful desire? I don't see, you see. I don't want to give you instruction if there is such a thing as meaningful desire. Every thing that we see, we put value. So what are you putting value into, you see? What are you putting value into? What? It's up to you, you see. Anything you put value into, you are going to get stuck in it, you see. That's not the point. The point is never to put value into meanings, into anything at all, because the freedom, the energy of life is bigger than the values of what you put into it. But if you want to, you can put, but that's not my work to tell you, you see that. Because I'm not here as an instructor. Because if you give instructions to people, you create a problem for them. What you let them be what they are, you don't touch them at all. So what is left there, you see that it's energy of life. So if it is a pure, then you are aware of it, you can use it into something meaningful, based on what you care about or what you see as meaningful. Otherwise you should not be lost into just this meaningful meaninglessness, you see that. So that's the thing actually, you see. You are a free person, already free person. The what is taking the freedom from you is the background of the mind. The mind itself, actually, you see that you don't have to kill. There is no one to kill. The mind trying to kill its own self. There is no one to kill it. And once you see this all from everywhere, you see there is no one to argue. You see, you will always go with the energy of life. You see, you no longer care about the mind. You see that you get thoughts, but they no longer control you. You are not influenced by them anymore. uh, you can even get influenced by some of them. You see that. So what led me to record this video or make this satsang, you see that, is this the desire, you see, the thought. But it is not something that is giving me a pain. It is giving me more pleasure. You see, the way I'm talking, you see, it is giving me freedom. My own words, you see that, affecting me in a positive way. But when you randomly do anything, you see, then it affects you. If I just go and do something meaningless for no reason, just because I don't have anything to do, then I say it's better to do nothing. Just rest, do nothing, watch yourself, mind, rest in yourself, than to do meaningless things and just waste your energy and get nowhere. You see that? That's the thing. That's all for today's satsang. So every week I'm thinking to have a satsang every end of the week, Saturday or Sunday, actually. Thank you for watching.